Francis Dhun Uncensored. Welcome back to another video here at Francis Dhun Uncensored, guys. I want to get straight to the point. So the Merlin Chain team has come out with the official instructions on how you could get these tokens, and this airdrop or reward system, so to speak, is going to be 20% of the supply, and there's other ways on how you could get this token, and you need to understand why this Bitcoin Layer 2 token is so important. I'm going to give you more context, and then we're going to go to the actual documentation that came out with the instructions step by step, break this down so you fully understand, and you're going to be prepared when the announcement comes out so you could go get these tokens. I truly believe these tokens, guys, could give some serious gains, over 100x. The demand is off the freaking charts, and you need to get as much of these tokens as possible, and there's different ways you could do it, but we're going to be talking about the Merlin Seal in this particular video, okay, guys? And it's very important, according to the Merlin Chain documentation, that if you join a big team, right, the bigger your team, the more rewards you would get. Okay, so it's important that you join a team that's going to grow. And this works a little bit differently to the ones in the past. It's not an independent team. Everybody in the team benefits. And I'm going to share with you guys why you might want to consider joining Minds, because we're going to be making that money. And we're really good when it comes to building teams. And I'll give you a perfect example with the B2 network, which is another top tier Bitcoin Layer 2 solution. But before we get to that, you need to understand this. So why is this important? Why are we covering this so much? Because we're at CoinGecko. And when you look at the CoinGecko's tokens by market cap, it's mainly filled with blockchain and exchanges, right? Those tokens are valued the most. So obviously, number one, we have Bitcoin, which is the blockchain. Number two, we have Ethereum, which is a blockchain. And you look at their market cap, they got the highest market cap, the second highest market cap. And then you come down here to BNB, which is an exchange. Okay, that is the fourth most valuable cryptocurrency. Solana, blockchain, right? Blockchain. This is a layer 2 Polygon blockchain, and Merlin Chain and others like B2 Network, they're giving me Polygon vibes, okay? And then Internet Computer Blockchain. And when we come down here, we have Uniswap at 22. So my point is, the most valuable tokens in all of cryptocurrency is first blockchain and then an exchange. And in my video yesterday, I showed you guys on the steps on what's required to get the Merlin Swap token. And prior to that, we were covering the Merlin Chain, which is the actual blockchain or the governance token for this Bitcoin Layer 2 solution, which is just blowing up right now, guys, okay? So over here, this is Merlin Swap. We covered this yesterday. I showed you guys how to add liquidity. At the time, it was just speculation. We didn't know if that was going to be, one of the requirements to get these tokens for the Merlin Swap and Merlin as well. Okay, it turns out it is. And we're going to get to that documentation, okay, guys? And over here, when you come to merlinchain.io, you could actually bridge now from, your native Bitcoin to their chain. Okay, so that's pretty cool to know. And I think if you use this bridge, you also will get these Merlin tokens, okay? Over here, bridge to Merlin Seal. So you'll need to come to this website when this coming soon button, isn't there anymore, and you can actually click the link. So when this goes live, you need to come here, and we'll be covering all of this for you so you're on the forefront of things, okay, guys? So let's carry on to Twitter, and I want to show you something important here because we're going to read the official article on how you could get in on the action to get these tokens. But be very careful in the comment section. This Merlin LAYCR2 is a scammer. He's pretending to be the Merlin Chain team, guys, and he's dropping this link. Do not click this link, because you might get phished. I made a tweet about this, okay? Retweet this tweet so people are aware of this, and definitely do not sink this in because you would definitely get phished, okay? I want to bring that first and foremost to your attention, okay? I hate these damn idiots. If they just follow my picks, these guys will be rich. They wouldn't have to scam people, but yet they take the other route. Okay, guys, so let's get right to it. So Bitmap Tech, he tweeted this: largest layer 2 fair launch in history, Merlin Seal. 20% of Merlin tokens will be released to the community, far exceeding the 5% of other chains, which is very true. Support native Bitcoin assets, including BRC20, Bitmap, and BRC420, etc. Atomics, which is Atomicals, the ERC 20 tokens, ordinal NFTs, and new BRC20s and 420 assets will be supported later on. Let us go on to the actual documentation, guys. Pay very close attention to this. This is what you're going to need to know on how you can get these MERL tokens, okay? So Merlin Seal is coming. Secure your spot to obtain Merlin Chain's governance token, MERL, which I think is going to go well over 100x by staking your assets and accumulating M points. Okay, guys? Link coming soon. So this is not live right now. The link for this article will be provided for you in the comment section as well. Okay, I'll pin it. So during this round, the Merlin Seal, we are offering 4 types of rewards. A substantial 20% of MERL, Merlin Chain's governance token. This is the biggest staking reward among all layer 2s on Bitcoin. That is true. Additional benefits for providing liquidity to native DEX Merlin Swap. Okay, so yesterday I showed you guys how to provide liquidity for Merlin Swap. I did the first meme coin on the Merlin Chain, okay, which is Hoo, and I didn't know if that was part of it. Turns out we were right. I also mentioned in a live stream prior to that video that they will be dropping, I would guess, 20%. And what we're seeing right now is with the Bitcoin side of things, the Bitcoin L2s, at least for the ones that we've seen, and for the most part what people are talking about, they're doing about a 5% of the supply. So they caught notice to that and said, you know what, we're going to ante that up. And this was in a post there by one of those major publications, I forget which one. So one could imagine, let's say about 10%, maybe even 20%. And, coming from him right here, okay, in a late night live stream, turns out it was right once again. So profits earned from engaging with DeFi protocols. You'll also get some tokens there. ETH native yield stake reward for ETH deposited through StakeStone, and more to come. And they give us this sort of like diagram on what we could expect here. So 20% of the supply will go to the Merlin Seal. That's what we're going to be covering. They got a percentage over here as well for builders. They got another percentage over here for holders. Interesting. And for validators and also for users. So if you're using the exchange and the different dApps in the app in the ecosystem rather, you will be rewarded as well, guys. Okay, let's carry on. So rules for M points, okay? This is important. A snapshot will capture the staked assets by every hour, converting their value to BTC. Users will then receive daily M points equivalent to staked value in BTC. 10,000 rounded down. For example, if a user has 10 Ordi staked and the average daily price of Ordi snapshots is $60, with the average BTC snapshot price at 40,000 on that day, the user will receive M points calculated as follows. And they break it down for us here, and that equals to 150 M points the next day. So essentially, whatever your assets are valued at, if you're going to choose Bitcoin, if you're going to choose BRC20 tokens, whatever that dollar value is at the snapshot, they're going to convert that into M points. And then those M points now will be equivalent to the actual Merlin tokens. Okay, guys? So, and you'll see that the next day. So it's kind of like behind by 24 hours is what they're saying. So users have the option to continuously stake new assets, contributing the accumulation of more M points. The daily M point calculations are based on the total staked value from the previous day. That's when I say it's going to be behind by 24 hours. The final MERL per user, M points they receive, the total M points, the total MERL amount. So it appears off of this, 1 M point equals to 1 MERL token. All right, guys, that's what I'm getting out of this. Very cool. Merlin Seal supports ordinals, not the opposite. I like that. Awesome stuff, man. I always said that layer 2s is going to be needed for BRC20s, and here it is, guys. So this is very cool. Supported assets for Merlin Seal include Stage 1, Bitcoin, of course, BRC20, such as Ordi, SATS, BTCS, RATS, MMSS, EINN, RCSV, MICE, and TRACK. Okay, guys, so those are the tokens that you can use. You could also use your bitmaps, BRC 420, okay, Blue Blocks, which is that thing's worth like 30K. This song about NFTs, Mineral, you can use Ethereum, USDT, and USDC. These are confirmed in Stage 1, and they will be adding more assets as well. So maybe some other assets that you hold will be, accepted. So the new stage for more assets will be coming soon. Supported wallets is Unisat wallet, OKEX wallet, BitGet, Bybit, and MetaMask. Again, if you come on over here to Bridge, I just made a brand new Merlin Chain wallet. Obviously, there's no Bitcoin in there because I just made it, and I'm going to be locked and loaded. For this particular example, or for this route, I will be using my Unisat wallet opposed to my MetaMask. Okay. Now, here we go, guys. This is very important. If you want to optimize, if you want to maximize your gains or your tokens when it comes to Merlin, this is what you need to pay very close attention to. You need to make sure that you are on the right team, right? I mean, you could join anyone's, but it doesn't mean you're going to get as much. You could get a lot more tokens if you're on the right team. And right here, you're on the right team. And I'm going to prove it to you why you may want to consider joining my team. So buff your rewards. After staking, users have the flexibility to either lead a team or join existing ones, with team leaders enjoying the exclusive privilege of inviting members. Now listen up. As your team achieves specific total staked value milestones, both team leaders and members unlock extra percentage bonus on their daily points. I repeat, both team leaders and team members unlock extra percentage bonus on their daily points. So this is not just going to the person who is inviting you to join their team. This is actually going towards the members who are being invited as well. So both parties are going to benefit from this. So here are the more examples. One BTC team leader, 0.1%. Team member, 0.05% is what they will get. So instead of everything going to the guy here who's inviting you or referring you, the team member also is going to be rewarded. So this is another example. 5 Bitcoin team leader, 0.2%. Team member will receive 0.1%. Awesome. 10 Bitcoin team leader, 0.4%. Team member, 0.2%. So on and so on. This is cool how M token works, and I want to bring up a perfect pointer. So for the people who've been following me, you guys should be aware of the B2 network, and they had their own invite system, but unfortunately, when that was announced, right, the day of, because they released it in segments, it was only rewarding the actual, a person who was inviting people. So let me just show you guys my B2 network account, and guys, it's crazy. So actually, I'm blocking the screen. Let me go like this. So my team has bridged over 17.2234 Bitcoin. Okay, that is roughly, if we times that dollar value, what are we going to get? Okay, so Bitcoin is at what, 43,000 give or take, right? So let's go 43,000 times 17.2. Guys, that's $750,000 right there. My team was able to send across, okay? And that has given myself mining rig parts, etc. And that's going to give me more of these B2 network tokens, okay, guys? So that's what I wanted to bring up over there. And I actually got some stuff here assembled now. Let me do that and click this advanced. See if I could get an ASIC as we're doing this video. So let's go assemble all. Oh, here we go. Am I going to get an ASIC? Give me an ASIC. That's giving me more hash power to get... What is this? Freaking GPU. I'll take it. But anyways, guys, this video is about, the Merlin Chain. But my point is, if you join my team, you're going to get a lot more rewards than if you join, someone who's not going to build a big team. And I just showed you I'm more than capable of doing that, and you're going to benefit as well, okay? That's the real benefit there. Okay, so how M tokens work, coming soon. The Merlin will create liquid staking tokens for you, available on Merlin Chain right after your staking. These tokens are designed for seamless interaction with Merlin Chain's eco projects, maximizing your profit potential. While the original assets are locked up, users deposit funds into the MPC wallet managed by Kobo and other professional partners through Merlin Seal's bridge. And the assets in the MPC wallets will be locked up, and this is their bridge over here, guys. Okay. Number 2, based on the funds staked on Merlin Seal, M tokens will be generated on Merlin's mainnet, such as MBTC, MORDI, MW420. Awesome. M tokens can be utilized for trading or providing liquidity for DEX or engaging in DeFi protocols to generate extra profit. And again, if you're watching my video yesterday, I showed you guys how to do exactly that, being on top of your game, ahead of the crowd. Number 4, M tokens cannot be transferred outside of the Merlin chain, but they can be traded. If a M token is sold, the user will still receive M points, but will not be able to reclaim the original deposit. Interesting. So if you were to bridge over your Bitcoin, you get these M points, and you sell the M points, you would not get back your Bitcoin. Very interesting stuff, so keep that in mind. Number 5, the original assets locked in the MPC wallets will be released in April, and users will use M tokens to redeem their funds then. So that's how it'll work, right? If you keep it up until April, you need the M tokens. It's almost like the key or the ticket, right? you put in your tokens, right? Whatever you wanted to stake, BRCs, your bitmaps, your stablecoin, your Bitcoin, and they give you your receipt. But you need that receipt, also known as those M tokens, to get back your deposited assets. If you sell your M tokens, you're not going to get back your assets, right, guys? So make sure you are aware of that. All right, and then they got this here starting 2nd of 2024, phase 1. Users stake assets through Merlin Seal to earn Merlin points. The deposit period is open early February, ends in March. Okay, so you're going to have pretty much like a month here. Okay, and then the claiming, this happens in January, March, April. You can claim Merlin token, MERL, in March based on your Merlin points. So that's actually in March. Yeah, sorry, January, February, March, not April. Cool. And then number 3 here, they got the release, which says releasing your staked assets will be released around the Bitcoin halving, which takes place roughly at the end of April, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. And in April, users will be able to withdraw their staked assets. And they go ahead and talk about some security functionality here with the Kobo MPC, etc., etc. And a little bit more about the Merlin Chain, guys. So this is very important, guys. Make sure you understand how this works. Make sure you're ready to get going. You have a month, but at the same time, you want to be active in their ecosystem, and you also want to join a team that's actually going to grow and build something in terms of users, right? Because the more team members this team has, the more rewards and tokens get spread out across to the entire team. And we're actually going to be building a big team here. So make sure you join our team if you want more Merlin tokens. But if not, just make sure you participate and then you get some. Because that's the main thing. And I don't want you guys to miss out, because I truly believe the likes of Merlin Chain, B2 Network, those guys are going to be top tier Bitcoin layer 2s. They mean business. And Merlin Chain is on the forefront of all of this. So you know what? There ain't really much left to say other than, until the next video, you're on your own. Later. Francis Dhun, Uncensored.